Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another video in The Sims 4. First off, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody out there, wherever you are in the world. So, the holiday season is upon us, and I, like every single other YouTuber I know who does The Sims 4 builds, am going to do a holiday build. Now, a lot of builders out there have done some truly amazing stuff, so I was actually honestly struggling here to figure out what I should do. What could I do to make this special? So I decided to really just make the one thing that I know that everybody can relate to. So I made a little Christmas village. It is inspired by Scandinavian Christmas villages. We have one here in Denmark as well, in the second biggest city called Aarhus, which has what would directly be translated to the Old City, which is a museum kind of place where every old building from Denmark is there. They have old traditions, they have like all of these old school stuff and things, foods, toys, everything that you could imagine. It's a really wonderful place, especially in the Christmas time. It's actually a tradition for a lot of Danes to go there in the Christmas time, just because of the overall atmosphere. So I was trying to kind of mimic that. So we started off here in Granite Falls, which is probably the most perfect world for these Christmas builds, I feel like, especially here in the winter time when we have the snow. And I do feel, even though there's no depth of the snow in The Sims 4, the way that it looks is amazing. It's like, it has like this little shimmering to it. It looks really good. So what I decided to do was just have two houses here. It's not a big lot. I could have done more, but I didn't want to. I wanted the build to speak for itself. I wanted it to be simple, minimalist, and really capture that holiday spirit. So what I decided to do was build these two little huts and then build a little church in the background. I didn't furnish the church because that's not what this build is about. This church is purely for decorations, and I mean, you could furnish it if you wanted to. I was trying out something out with the tower here, but I didn't furnish it. I wanted to keep the focus on the landscaping and on these two smaller huts here. So yeah, that's what we did. And these two small huts or cabins, whatever we want to call them, have two main functions. So one of them is like this really cozy small Christmas fireplace, seating area, living room thing, which I thought was just the most coziest thing I've ever created. I mean, it's super tacky looking, but it works, okay? So I didn't want to ruin that, and it works really well. I'm super happy about how it turned out. And the other one is this little, I don't want to say kitchen and not cafe, but just a little area where you could go in, get a hot cocoa, or what we call here in Denmark, we have like these little hot cakes. And I'm not actually sure what you would call them in the rest of the world, or if you even have them, but we call them æbleskiver, which is a little round dough ball with some like to put put little bits of apple in there, but it's like a little dough cake ball thing that is cooked in this cast iron molding with these little ball holes, and it fits perfectly, and you eat it with jam and powdered sugar, and that's it. It's just a Christmas tradition, and it's the simplest thing, but it's so good. If you guys can't hear it, I love Christmas. Christmas is probably my favorite holiday ever. So making this build, I was just super into it. It's not the longest build, it's not the biggest, but I just think the overall aesthetics is so good. So yeah, super happy about how this turned out. So I'm still working on the outside here, and I was looking to make these little huts really cute looking. I also wanted to really get into that tacky looking build, because I just feel like that's what works here. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and I feel like having all of these tacky looking items on the huts, especially here in the Christmas time, all of these Christmas items just makes the build look so much better. So that's what we decided to do. Throw in a lot of decorations, detailing, and gosh, I just love how the plants in this game work when there's snow. It looks so good. So going into the first hut here, this would be like the little living room area hut, and I decided to actually go for the fireplace that I have never used, because I think it's the ugliest, most tacky thing in the world with all of those bows and whatnot on it. But yeah, I decided to just go for it here, because I mean, it's a Christmas build and it fits really well, so why not? A nice couch here in front of the fireplace, and the Christmas tree, of course. Tell me down below, where are you from in the world, and do you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever else Christmas or holiday thing you might celebrate? Here in Denmark we actually celebrate Christmas at the 24th and not the 25th. So the 24th is actually the day that we celebrate Christmas, and then we have the first and second Christmas day at the 25th and 26th. So that's kind of a tradition here. I know it's that way in a lot of European countries, and don't hang me up on it, but I actually think that it's only Americans and in the West that they actually celebrate Christmas at the 25th. But I could be mistaken. But tell me down below, what holiday do you celebrate, and where are you from in the world? I would like to know, seeing that it is Christmas. I'm moving outside here just because I found all of these holiday things that I wanted to throw onto the build, just to make it look even better than it did before. And we have all of this stuff, these items I'm pulling out here. We're gonna use those later. Some presents inside, of course, because it is Christmas. You gotta need presents. I found this tree here that I don't actually think I have used in other than a Christmas build. I believe I did it not last year, but last year before that, in 2016. I might have used it in a build there, but I don't actually remember using it otherwise, because it's not something that actually fits in with most of the stuff that I do. But I think 2018 has been an amazing year. I'm so blessed to have all of you on the channel here, every single one of the subscribers. I'm blessed to be able to do what I love, and people enjoy it, and I'm overall really blessed that I have a community where people are not mean to each other. I mean, there's always that one person, but just this is the best community, and you guys make me so happy every year, and this year has been no exception. a really great year for my channel in general and for me. Next year is gonna be amazing as well. I'm gonna be a chef next year, so now I'm a chef trainee and I only have 3 months to go until I'm a fully fledged chef with my diploma and exam from the school. So I'm looking really forward to that as well. So 2019 is going to be a great year, but this year has been so good as well. I got acquainted with what has become a really good friend of mine. Stimproved. Fry is amazing, and she has helped me get really into the community as well. We did a collaboration as well, and I'm gonna do some streams. We have it's just been a really good year. I was about to say the F word, but I didn't. But it's been just a wonderful year. So going outside here while I was blabbing, we did like that little, I'm not gonna call it a cafe, but little nice area where you could go in and get some hot cocoa and some Auvbri skewer if you want to. And I moved outside here, so I actually decided I had my sim wait till the very last moment when it actually started becoming nighttime, because I wanted to capture the lighting, this really nice soft lighting. We're gonna change it a bit in the end to a bit more of a golden glow, but I wanted to capture that, and with the frosted snow coated like trees and plants outside, I think it looks beautiful. Yeah, definitely really Christmassy builds. So I decided to start doing the little pathway here. I have tested it with my builder sim here, and some of you might notice my builder sim have changed. That's actually a mistake. So when I did the Pirate Town build, I wanted to delete all of the household members that I had gotten from the gallery, like the pirates, and I accidentally deleted the wrong one. So we're stuck with this guy. I'm not actually sure what he's called. Just right when we learned what our builder sim's name was, we changed it. So yeah, not the best thing, but at least he's still rich, so there's that. So yeah, I wanted to have this pathway go up, and you're gonna see that in the screenshots in the end, and I also believe you saw it in the intro, that it looked beautiful with the lighting as well. And then I was just trying to really mix this lot in with the nature around it. So we had like this big square space where we have the big Christmas tree. I wanted to have some seating area as well there, so it just looked like it was actually meant to be and not like it was just tacked on. So going through with all of these lantern posts again, just to make a cohesive space, I decided to just carry them throughout the build, and it's a great light source as well. It really fits with the build. Some seating areas around the tree. We're gonna put in some presents as well, just to make look really nice and good. You know, last minute things just to make it look really awesome. Here I was fiddling around with the lighting, seeing how it looked, and if those little lanterns actually placed on the ground and on the benches as well were actually working. They were, so luckily for that. Some more stones around the place and trees going in the background, just to make everything look nice and cohesive here. And yeah. Oh, I really wish that these plants that I'm putting into the water right now were a bit more wilted, or like, yeah, maybe like a bit more white from the snow. So I actually decided to change the water to in the pool to this kind of, it has rose petals in it, but it looks at nighttime like it's snow. So that's why I decided to do that, because it just fit better. It looked so much better than it did before. And I don't know, there's something about this seasons in this game that just makes every plant look beautiful. Even the wilted ones. I mean, I just decided to put in a bunch of them in the front here because I loved the way that they looked. It was so good. And yeah, that's about it. The last trees, some decorations, and the last thing we're gonna do is to put in the presents and change the lighting to a more golden tone. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, the bridge is not whole because it's like an old bridge, so that's why the fencing is not all there, but it is still workable, so no worries about that. And yeah, here we have it. So remember, if you want to get this build, it is on the gallery right now. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri. You should be able to find it, or follow the link down below. Follow me on Twitter as well. There's a link in the description down below as well, where I post stuff for you guys, little hints, teasers of what I'm working on, and also general information of what's going on with streams, buildings, let's plays, and all that stuff. So follow me on Twitter as well. And yeah, as we take a look around the place here, again, I just want to say thank you so much for the continued support throughout the year, and to everybody watching out there, thank you for the support going forward as well. I hope you guys will stay with me as we continue to grow this channel. Hopefully the next year we can reach an even bigger number in subscribers. That could be great. There's nothing else for me to say other than happy holidays, Merry Christmas from me personally to you guys. Have a fantastic Christmas wherever you are in the world, or holiday, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye! Merry Christmas!